In 6th grade, I had this math teacher named Miss White who was pretty strict. Our school was very diverse, but she was, well, very white. I have a Hawaiian name that can be tricky for some to pronounce. My name is Kauai. It looks daunting, but it's pronounced Kauai. Honestly, it's not that difficult. When Miss White stumbled over my name during attendance, I did the usual thing and said, "Oh, it's pronounced ___." But instead of trying to get it right, she just said, I'll call you Katherine." I was absolutely flabbergasted. I had never experienced anything like that before. Sure, teachers had mispronounced my name, but this was a whole new level. No offense to any Katherines out there, but I love my name. It has deep meaning for my family, and honestly, I think it sounds cooler than Katherine. For the first 2 weeks, I just let it slide. But eventually, it started to irk me. She made no effort to learn how to say my name, and I never told her she could call me Katherine. She could have asked for a nickname or my middle name or something. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. I started calling her by her first name, Jessica. She was the kind of teacher no one dared to call by her first name. Even the other teachers referred to her as Miss White. I had to dig through the yearbook from the previous year to find it. But from that day on, she was Jessica to me. When that didn't seem to bother her enough, I switched it up to Jessie, or Jess, or JJ. Any nickname I could think of. She never yelled at me, she just corrected me, saying, "That's Miss White." And I would ignore it. For example, I'd say, "Jessa," and she'd cut in with, "That's Miss White." I'd respond, "Jessica, I don't get number 3, can you explain?" She was always annoyed, but never lost her temper. She continued to call me Katherine for the rest of the year. It wasn't the most satisfying revenge, but I felt a sense of accomplishment. Miss White ended up getting fired 2 years later for microaggressions towards students of color. And honestly, I wasn't surprised. I just wanted to share this story because I thought you all would enjoy it. Oh, and I'm getting a lot of questions about the pronunciation of my name. Some of you have been really kind, saying you thought it was pronounced like Maui. Others have told me I'm pronouncing it wrong. Here's the scoop. My name is Kauai. In Hawaiian, each vowel is pronounced, none are silent. Native speakers tend to blend them together. For example, a plus U makes an a-o-o sound. If you say that quickly, it sounds like oh. So when a native speaker says my name, it might sound like Kauai, which is similar to Maui. But there's a difference because the O is still pronounced a bit more. Also the akina, the little apostrophe thingy, counts as a consonant and creates a pause. So the AU and I sounds don't merge because they're separated by the akina. Now, why can't you just say Kauai? Good question. You can, and I'll still respond. But it's like saying my name without acknowledging the akina. Not a big deal, but that's the difference. As for Hawaii, some people say I'm wrong because it's not pronounced Hawaii. True, it isn't. The traditional spelling is Hawaii, and the pronunciation is Hawaii. The A and H merge, the W and A and I merge, the W makes a V sound since it's surrounded by vowels, and then we have an akina and an I. That's why it's spelled and pronounced differently in English. It's the anglicized version. I'm not an expert, I don't even speak Hawaiian, but I hope this helps. Feel free to ask me more questions.